Docu-Postman, Professor Belly Bell. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and 15th. Lock the door. Professor Belly Bell, the Hood Postman. I'm here with my little brother, Girchy Santana. Talk to the people, Girch. How you doing today?
Oh, man, you already know, man. I'm in here like swimwear, man.
Man, that's how you always in there. Well, I want to ask you about Against All Odds. What do Against All Odds mean to you, and how important that is to the city of Compton?
Man, Against All Odds mean, man, when everybody doubts you, you know what I'm saying? And you still somehow manage to come on top.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? You don't never let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? If you serious about it and you invest your heart and your time into it, and you stay loyal to it, in the end you're gonna be successful.
How difficult it is to get the commitment level that you feel that's necessary to carry a Docu-Series like Against All Odds to the next level?
Man, it ain't hard. You just gotta have the right chemistry and the right people.
When you say the right people, what do you mean by that? Because people come from many walks of life and have different understandings and upbringings. But what specifically is Against All Odds looking for?
It's looking for somebody that's really sincere about what they doing. It's about it. Whatever the aim is, it's about hitting that target. For example, my boy Casper, you know what I'm saying, from out of Compton, Southside. He came up with Against All Odds, man, you know what I'm saying? And he been pushing it ever since he came up with that idea. And he came up with the idea because he felt like Compton was losing its momentum and it was losing its place. So he wanted to help get Compton back together by uniting, you know what I'm saying, brothers that separated through gangs, misunderstandings.
You know what? I want to bring Casper in momentarily here too, because I had to push on him, and he probably didn't understand why I was pushing the way I was pushing, but I believe he fully understands it now, because this is an important moment, and this part of Compton history is going to be great. But it has to be handled in a specific and particular way. And both of you guys have the mindset and the brilliance and the street credibility to do that. Casper, what has been most impactful to you about Against All Odds?
Oh, man. First off, Melly, thank you for just taking the time. Because I told you this off camera, but I want to tell you in front of everybody. I'm 44 years old. I've been in the city all my life, but I had to realize from very early on with this particular project how my reach is only so far. My understanding of Compton is only so much. My experience in Compton. So a person like you, Big Girch, the leader, Tut, the Habu, Miss Nunn. I have a brother that's involved, Black, that have come in and kind of really brought a different level of both reach, wisdom, experience. It's a different level of the capacity of power is different. So for me, you asked a specific question. The Compton that I saw, I needed to see what you were seeing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kept reaching Girch, what he was seeing. Different people, because it's not my story. It got to be all of us. We got to chip in. We got to make it relatable, teachable, to make sure that the kids understand that the goal is ultimately to help them understand. We all know how powerful this thing is that we up against. The tragedies, the traumas, the what appears to be a plan in place to destroy us. But we unbreakable, and in order for that to get explained, it's going to take, or it has taken all of us, to come to the table and really push an agenda of information and education.
So all those individuals you just named, they're providing the gospel, is what I like to call it, the gospel, because everybody has their own expertise and everybody has had their own understanding, upbringing, and also set of circumstances when it comes to Compton, because Compton is not a monolithic place. It has many moving parts and there's a lot. But what we want to identify at this point, that Compton, the ethnic identity of Compton is not gangbanging. There's some great people in it, and we have two of the gentlemen that are sitting right here that's willing to take on this task. Is this task overwhelming, Girch, or you looking forward to it?
Let me tell you something, Mel. I started gang banging when I was, 11 years old? I'm 56 years old. I done been through everything you can go through in these streets. And I admit that I was one of the main problems in the streets. And with that being said, now I done hooked up with my boy Casper. I'm gonna be one of the main parts of the solution.
Got it. With that being said, Casper, you and Girch teaming up, has there been any pushback or any people that's...
Boy, we gonna get...
Yeah, let me just tell you this.
Okay.
It's been pushback. It is. But I'm the type of person that really like to acknowledge people, because it is some people that I feel have, like Ken out of Campanella. I could call him, boom. Marcellus, I met him through Gangster, who's doing a phenomenal after school program over at Wilson Park. I'm sure everybody know who that is. It's just so many people that I could say have really been. You call Girch, hey man, what you need? I'm there. You know, just all these different people. It just lets me see. And when it comes to pushback, I'd rather lock arms with the people because they know what the ultimate goal is than to focus on the drama that I'm catching, you know, on other areas. But this conversation, and I want to say it's because of the names that's involved, the people that's involved. I got a phone call from somebody that's been down for over 20 years now, out of Atlantic.
I talked to Tracy just today, and he told me to
to
tell both you guys.
I didn't know if it was right to say his name.
Yeah,
but
he just
Tracy
he told me both to tell both you guys he loved y'all for what y'all doing, and he believe in what you're doing as far as the doctors. I talk to him at least every other day.
So we on prison yards. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I talked to Brim the other day. He was like, man, just keep doing what you're doing. But he also said, you know, lead by example, live by example. Because I always try to play the background to a degree. But, you know, it makes me feel good to know that, yeah, it's going to be pushback because of where I'm from and where he's from. And where we from is what it is. You know, you can't change that. You can't erase your past. However, I'm a bigger man than what I was back then. You know, I'm a man. He a man. I'm not going to let nobody tell me. First off, I'm not going to let nobody tell me anything. But I'm not going to definitely let nobody tell me who I can comrade with and learn from and then appreciate and grow with and develop a relationship with.
Let me ask you a quick question. When you was born, what was you?
I was born a black man.
When you was born, what were you?
I was a black man.
So anything else was either you adapted or fostered it or you accepted it as part of the dynamic of what we call culture.
Yeah.
But it's not who you are.
Right.
So therefore, if we just go back to just being black people.
That's it.
Because like I said earlier, man, we can do the electric slide together, but we don't seem to want to do anything. So this Docu-Series, against all odds, is going to be some of the best work that Compton has ever did. And it's going to be the best work we did. Because we got so much time and energy wrapped up in it. And we got some very special individuals that's going to speak and give their input and put their thumb on the button to help press play. With that being said, Casper, what do you want to see as an outcome?
The ultimate goal is to educate and unite. That's it. If we can get our city to, and I mean our people, to understand, there have been some tricks that's been put in place to put us into the position we in. And for them to use that as some building blocks to restructure our mind. Just start from somewhere. Start communicating, start building bridges, slow down some of this violence amongst the sets. I think that because of our anger and our aggressive tactics towards each other, it takes the focus off our ability to grow and develop as a community, as men. And I think this can be a beginning of helping make that happen.
Awesome. What about you, Girch?
Man, first thing, people got to stop worrying about what other people think. You know what's best for you, and that's the only thing that matters. You got to be loyal to something, and you can't be loyal to nothing without being loyal to yourself first. So, if you got any ideas or you feel like you tired of seeing Compton being hung by our own people, and you want to see a change, you want to see it go back to the basics where everybody got along, man, reach out. We right here. All you got to do is reach out to Casper, Dahoodpostman, or me. And man, our ears is wide open to any type of information or any type of input that you might have that can help us better our shows and our people and our community.
Awesome. With that being said, Casper, Girchy, Montana, Dahoodpostman, lock the door.
Straight out of Compton, original streets. Grew up with the lion, see what the criminals see. Now he a giant and a pivotal key. Got it down to a science, this the visual streets. He came up with bullet, he came up with turtle. Live life to the fullest, he put it all in the journal. We dodging them bullets, we jumping them hurdles. It's the Hood Postman, we in the streets universal.
Hood Postman, Professor Belly Bell. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. This is an education. You can go anywhere in the world and get a couple of lives, but you come right here to get the truth. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it'll feel like it's the first and 15th. Lock the door.